Hey guys, it's I.B.B. dropping in on the power plant. Post commentary here today. Still squadding with some clan mates. And this is, now yesterday I uploaded a game against a particular clan, and I think this is a rematch against those same guys. And I mentioned in that game how later in the evening we played another game against that same clan. Well, I think this is the game there. Now, I can't be 100% certain, because sometimes a lot of the clan tags actually look similar, or maybe they'll just change one little character in them, and so you think it's one particular clan, but it's not. So, but anyway, these guys were pretty good, and this game, at the end of it, you're going to be actually quite surprised about how this game ends. I'm just going to leave that open-ended right there. Because I was like, what? Say what? Alright, so here, I'm just going to hang out here, and these guys, I don't like it when they sit back behind that structure over there and, you know, start just teasing our home beacon. And so what I want to do is I just want to sit over here and kind of keep them off of our beacon a little bit if I can, you know, and that's a tactic right there that can be easily remedied, to be honest. What that Carnage is doing, I know several players like to hide back behind that structure. Whenever I do it, somebody always comes up around the side there. You see bots doing it right now. It's an easy thing to remedy. However, the number of times that teams can't remedy it is absolutely, positively amazing to me. Because it's so easy to get around that. So anyway, this other guy, I'm just going to come up here. Bots is headed off to the left. I'm going to go over to my right, and we're going to pinch this guy. There's going to be nowhere for him to run. Alright, so with that said, all that taken care of, those guys and all the red team members are over here on this side. So I thought that I was going to just kind of hang out right here and take shots on anybody who decides to come up, but they're actually not being so brazenly aggressive that they're going to come up here and throw a bunch of bots at us that way. And plus, I was getting crowded out by some teammates there, so I decided to actually leave that vicinity, because I didn't want I saw these guys out of the corner of my eye by looking at, you know, the arrows on the side of the screen. I saw these guys coming over here, and I didn't want them to sort of blindside us on this. And another reason is because there was really just one of my teammates over here, and you know, I was able to see that through the arrows on the screen as well. I was sort of able to guess. And so, you know, when you're playing these games and you are looking at your arrows and you look at where your team's movements are and where the enemy team's movements are. And I was going to go get that guy around the right, but then I, you know, noticed that I was getting smacked by a thunder on my right, so I sort of hightailed it out of there pretty doggone quick. And I'm not going to go around here. I'm going to make him be the aggressor. You can see that. I'm just sort of hanging out right here. You know, most people would fire their thrusters or at least make a move around that corner to go get him. But then that opens you up to, you know, when you're the aggressor, you're actually at a disadvantage in that situation. So what I wanted for him to do was I wanted him to come around and get me instead. So I made him be the aggressor. Alright, so I just used my shield long enough in order to take cover. Never actually stand out there and take those shots on your own. You know, use your front shield, your physical shield, just long enough for you to be able to get behind cover. That's what it's there for. It's not really there to just take the full-on blast of these weapons. And plus, they've nerfed that front shield on that Lancelot anyway, so it goes down pretty quick. You don't have a whole lot of time or HP built into that thing. And of course, this is what I wanted to avoid here, and I wasn't really able to do that, is they're challenging us on this left side. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump in here. And this is probably not the best advice that I can give someone when you see 3 players on the red team coming over here and challenging you. Don't jump straight in like that. That wasn't the smartest thing for me to do. I should have actually jumped off to my left. But I was really, really anxious because I saw that they were going to challenge our home beacon, and I really hate losing our home beacon on this map, because then at the end of the game and we go back into the clan chat, right, and we're all sitting there in the squad before we go into the next game, somebody inevitably says, dude, we can't even keep our home beacon? And then I gotta listen to that, and then I just want to pop off at the mouth and say, you know what, where were you? Where were you, mister? I was getting my butt kicked over there while you were over there eating cream puffs and cheesecake, okay? So just shut your mouth. Yes, I am prone to being a smart ass every now and again. So here I'm just taking targets of opportunity. You see me going left to right. I'm not really focused on any one player. I'm not trying to go in there and just attack one particular player for one particular reason. And I'm trying to dance around this guy. I don't do a very good job at that. But you see me, before I got myself into that trouble right there, you saw me kind of go from left to right and right to left, and I'm just scanning movements, seeing where the targets of opportunity are in that situation. That was probably not the best solution to taking on a Lancelot and a Rog either. And honestly, really what I thought was this game is over. That's what I thought. And so I decided to take a few more chances, and that's sort of what I was doing. In fact, there was another game that we played, and I'm probably going to air that game as well, where I take chances that were ill-advised, simply because I thought the game was over. And that is sort of one of my Achilles heels in this game. It's fine for you to be able to look at someone else's game and say, you know what, you could probably do better on this. But to be able to look at your own game and say, you know, I don't do a very good job, or maybe I could use some improvements in this area, it's actually a little bit harder to do that. And so one of my flaws in a game is when I think it's over, psychologically, I think the game is over, I start taking chances because I want the HP. I don't want to be at the bottom of the scorecard, especially when I'm squatting with my clan, because again, I got to go back into the clan chat and listen to someone go, well, what were you doing in the game? You know what? I was getting my butt kicked. Anyway, that's... So anyway, that was a good game, and those guys, like I said, we battled those guys, I think, on the Springfield map just a couple of games earlier prior to playing this game, and we were able to get them on that one. But this one here, you can see they were 5-spotting us on the beacons there, and so if we hadn't developed such a lead on the beacon bar early on, we probably would have come up on the losing end on that one. And I certainly wasn't helping matters any with the things that I was doing. However, if you back the game up a little bit, you'll see that I was experiencing an awful lot of lag in that game late in it. So I was actually taking damage before I even knew I was supposed to be taking damage, and so that I could do anything about it. So just my excuse. Everybody's got them. They're like, you know, elbows and something else. Hey, we'll check you later.